If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all my latest videos.
Well guys, welcome to Life with Gaz. Me and Stuart have come down here to Chatsworth Pipe to have a go at low water in. So fingers crossed we're going to see some fish tonight. Now I've got a whole load of baits, I'm going to show you them now and then we'll get down there and start off.
So on the board here we've got the baits which I'm using tonight. Now I've got the squid wraps just down this side, I've got worm and squid wraps at the top, I've got blanch frozen lugworm there, as well as I've got some wraps of gaper clam, and down at the bottom here I've got the siphon which is just cut into strips because it's very tough. Now of course I can't leave them on the board at home, so they went in a little curry tub and then went in my bag ready to be used. The rigs that are going on tonight, I've got a pennel clip down just here. And just as I'm baiting up here, I'll show you how I secure the top hook. I literally just do 3 or 4 turns of line around it, and that, when you pull it tight, anchors that hook in place. Now the longer rod spent this whole night out at the furthest extent of my casting distance by wading out, casting out, and then turning to come back in. Setting up the other rod, the Sonic, this one was going to be sent out there and fished generally at a shorter range, and this was just going to be fished at the back of the surf, just off the back of whatever gully was in front of me as we followed this tide down. Now on this rod I fished a 3-hook flapper rig, and as normal this is a rig which I put on to just see what species are about and what I can pull in on it. And with a little rattle, the first cast turned into the first fish of the night. And there you can see this little fish coming up through the surf just there, landing on the beach, and this was a little 5-bearded rocklin. In fact, this is one of the biggest 5-bearded rocklin I've had this year. At 24 centimeters, weighing in at 3.8 ounces. But it wasn't just me catching, here's Stuart bringing in a lovely little Mel Forney. Something you often find with Thornback ray is the fact that if you catch males, there's usually females about as well, as the males, in my opinion, seem to follow them around. So first thing I did as soon as I seen Stuart catch this little guy is I changed baits, slung one out there out to around about the same sort of distance Stuart was fishing at, and then out for the best. Whilst waiting for my next bite, looking past my rods, I just glanced out at the moon. Now the moon was bright orange tonight and looked absolutely fantastic behind those rods, so I thought I'd just share that with you lot. And about 20 minutes after Stuart had pulled that forney in, I started to get the first little indications that there was something going on my far rod. And if you watch the rod tip closely, you'll see every now and again very gentle, very delicate little wobbles, pull downs, and very, very delicate little movements in that rod. Now this is usually an indication that a Thornback ray is actually sat over the top of the bait, and then after a while what you then see is that the Thornback ray will start moving off and the rod will just bend and pull down and stay down there, and that's usually an indication that you've got a ray on. As soon as I struck into that fish, the fish didn't move and my rod didn't move either. It just held tight for a couple of seconds before the fish started to move and started to pull the fish in along the bottom. But every now and again, whether I was going over little banks or ridges, that fish would stick to the bottom again and just try and hold that position. Now all the way through this fight I could feel that this fish was a good fish and one I definitely wanted to see come up onto the beach, and I was really happy when he eventually did. And there she is, ready to be weighed and measured, the Thornback ray. Now I knew this one was a female because of the lack of claspers which the male had. Now this fish was hooked nicely, but I still use a T-bar to take it out because being in the corner sometimes that can have quite a good hook hold there, and the T-bar just eases in the release of that hook. On weighing and measuring this fish, she was 52 centimetres across the wings and weighed in at £6.14, which is a Life of Gaz PB, so I was well chuffed with her. On release, all we had to do is just wade out to a slightly deeper patch of water, let her go, and as soon as she felt the water underneath her wings, and she dropped to the bottom, I give her a quick touch with my foot and let her shoot off back into the sea. About half an hour after that ray was caught, and Stuart started absolutely hammering the whiting. I couldn't seem to touch them, but trust me, Stuart did well with them that night. Then eventually, after watching Stuart bring over all them whiting which he'd been catching, which incidentally did come home from me tea, because I do like eating the things, my rod tip went, and it was a fairly good bite, and I was into another fish. Now it was only my third fish of the night, but to me, catching that nice big ray, it didn't matter what else I'd caught, I'd had a great time. And there, finally, I picked up a whiting. Now I knew I wasn't going to miss out on them, but I did only get the one. Now that rig does look a bit of a mess, but the reason for this is actually two rigs. I had one rig which was already pulled in, ready to be rebaited and sent back out when that whiting took. And that meant that when I brought the two rods together, the whiting and the other rig had managed to tangle themselves up. Luckily, these are all clip on and clip off parts on my rigs, so it was really easy to untangle.
Well, it's a cracking night's fishing down here from Life with Gaz. Now me and Stuart had a great night. Now if you guys have liked this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down there. Check out our latest video just here and my playlist up top.